for just for a summary purpose. So mainly function is a like a, you can say like a, it is like a machine which takes some output, which takes some input and provide us some output. So this is the whole function, and this is the return type, what the function returns, and any input will be provided here in this double quotes. After that, this is the body of the function. Here we have to write any the thing which we want to execute. So later on you will get more idea if you practice again and again. So next, let's move on the data types and comments. So as you can see here, these lines are green, and I have put it the double slash and slash star. So these are the comment line. Basically, this is how we create a single line comment. This code will be not executed by Dart. It will be simply ignored by the Dart compiler. That's why we called it comments. And this is a multi-line comment created by slash star and star slash at the end. So between any line or anything which you want to write here will be treated as a comment. As you can see here, I can write anything between these two slash star and star slash, and it will be considered as a comment. So this is the whole idea about the comment. We write comment in our codes to for our reference purpose or for other developer reference purpose or anything. We have written a complex program and we want to give an explanation what the program does and how program will work. So in that case, we can write the comment lines. Okay. So basically, after comment line, we have data types and variables in that. There are four basically primitive data types present in Dart. In any other language, you can see also there are three or four or maybe five primitive data types are available in all other languages. So the first primitive data type is int. Int basically refers to the integer value. For example, 2390 and any integer value which we also see in our real life is an integer value inside our program unless we have defined it as an integer. Okay, so int is a primitive data type. It has been already defined in Dart. After that, we have a double value, and basically, double is a floating point number. For example, or for in real life, de- uh, double are all the points value: 3.0, 3.1, 2.9978. Any point value is assigned as a double inside Dart programming. Okay, so we have covered int and double. Both the int can be also considered as a double. Basically, one can be also written as 1.0 and value would be the same. So all the integers are the part of double, but all the doubles are not the part of integer. Okay, this is pretty simple. Like all the natural numbers and other stuffs, you can see here. Integers are the number, doubles are the decimal point value. Boolean consists of two keywords, true and false, and it only takes true and false value. No other than value from any other value from true or false can be assigned as a boolean. So boolean is basically a true and false value. At the last, we have a string. A string is basically a sequence of character which is defined inside a single quote or double quote, or here you can see double quote. So the thing you have to remember in the string, if only put a single quote at the both ends or put double quotes at the both end. You can't do single quote here and double quote here. It will become an error. So remember this point inside a string. So these all are the four primitive data types. Let's see the practical version of these data types. Inside that, to declare any variable, anything which I want to declare is declared as a syntax of this data type. These are the primitive data types. You can also create custom data types. In future, we will also create so many custom data types. Name of the variable which you want to declare equal to an assigned value, the value which you want to declare inside this variable. Okay, so let's see here an example. Also, there are certain things which you have to remember while naming any variable. So usually we create variable in the camel casing pattern. What camel casing is, you can see here, I have written name. After it of I have written O as a capital, and in the variable I have written variable V of variable as a capital. So this is the camel casing. Normal camel, but uh, as you can remember, the camel has a hump in between. So this is also going similar to the hump. Here is the lower part, and there hump comes, and again hump comes. So this is the idea about the camel casing. For naming variable or only variables inside our Dart program, we use this type of pattern, or you can say casing or hmm, naming convention. So you can see out here in the account balance section, we have also used the camel case. Account normal. The B of balance has been capitalized. So this is the camel casing, and it is very pretty much easier to understand what we have written here. If I simply make this B smaller b, then it will be a bit difficult to find what the actually we have written. So let's suppose I just write this whole line as a variable, and I write this inside the in normal way without giving any space or anything, without any uppercase. I have written all the things in the lowercase. Then it will be very difficult to distinguish what we have written here. So that's why we use camel casing. Camel casing is just a simple thing. You have to write the first word just normal from the lowercase, and after when you are adding the second word, you have to make its first letter capital. And also, naming the files should not be done in the camel casing. You can see here data type, and after I have put in underscore and underscore after comments dot dot. So to separate two words in the file naming, we use underscore. So this is the file naming convention we use, and this is the variable naming convention we use. Okay, so let's create see how to create our first variable. So here we have created a variable like as I have already told you the syntax. First we put here the data type. So the age will be of data type int. Basically this is an integer value. So this belongs to integer data type. Data type here, name of variable here, equal to, and what we are going to assign inside age we write here, and at the end of the statement we put semicolon. So at the ending of every statement in the Dart programming language we use semicolon, as you can see here. At the end of every statement I have used the semicolon. So this is like a full stop, as we put in our English language. This is the full stop of programming, mainly for the Dart programming, not for any other programming language. So this is how we can assign or declare any variable in the Dart. And after that, you can see here we have same again print. Use the print function to print the age. And after running this, we will get the age equal age 12. So basically, print will print 12 on the place of age. After that, we have a count balance, and you can see here this is a double value because this is the decimal point. A count balance, and we have written equal to here, and the number dot decimal value. Again, we have printed account balance. After that is male, is gender male, boolean equal to true. After that, we have again printed the same. And at the end, we have used or we have seen that the final or the last, you can say, the primitive data type of our that programming is string. So first we will declare here the type of the the data type here, which is mainly the string, name, which is name in the case here, name of variable is equal to the name, and equal to what we are assigning should be come here. So I have used here, you can see single quotes. If I use double quotes here and a single quote, it will process any error. Okay, so don't ever make this mistake. Either use single quote or either use double quote. And at the end of the statement, we have a semicolon here. And again, we have printed the name. So now let's run this. So to run this, we have a simple program which is that name of file data types and as you can see here I have written the name of the file data dot data type and comments dot, but it is not showing the output or the result which we are accepting. And here we have an error. When reading data type and comment, no such file or directory. So it is simply saying us that there is a no file or directory which can be read with the name you have provided. So in our case, I have put this thing inside a folder of basic, and it first of all I have the Dart learning. After it we have some folders here, and inside the basic folder I have my Dart data types and comment file. So first I have to go there, and if I show you the present working directory, in Windows it is you can see it by using CD, but in Dart you have to use PWD, present working directory. So I'm at the Sanoj sub level, and after that we have a desktop. So I will just move to the desktop. After that we have desktop, Dart basic, Dart learning, and after that we have basics. So now I am in the basic area, and just simply run that Dart name of the file with extension. Just simply and hit enter. But it is showing again there is a no such file. Basically, we have wrongly written the name of the file. It is data types and comments dot. Again, the name has been not spelled correctly. So I will simply, as you can see in the output, we have 12 for the age, account balance, we have this decimal point value, Boolean true, and name Sanuj Raja. So this is the whole idea about the data type and comments. If anyone has any question, then please ask, or I should continue on the next topic. Or you can also write this if you want for your, you can write it for your reference. Dynamic keyword. So there are also two keywords in the Dart programming. Not only two, there are so many keywords, but we are going to focus on Dart and var and dynamic in this topic. So again, we have put it the void main, and inside void main, I have written everything which I want to execute or want to print inside my console. So var is a keyword which we use on the place of data type. You can see here the syntax was data type, name of the variable equal to, and value which we want to assign. So on the place of the name of data type, we have put it var. So var basically we use in case we don't know what will be the type of this variable. So you can see simply this is a string value, but think of a complex level of programming where you have defined almost more than 10 or 15 custom data types, and you don't know. Let's suppose this is a custom data type object. This is a simply custom data type value, and you don't know what the data type it will be. In here case, you already know that it will be string, but let's suppose you don't know. It is not a string value. It is a custom data type. So you don't know the value of this. So for that thing, we can simply write here var keyword because it is variable. We can't write the data type here. So in that case, we can write var keyword here, name equal to, and the value of that object or that object itself. After here we have
After here
printed
we
the
have
name,
printed the
and it will
name,
simply
and it
print
will
some
simply
age,
print
as you
some
can see
age,
here.
as you can see here.
After that we have a
After
name
that we have a
shown.
name shown.
Basically we have changed the
Basically we have
value of
changed
the
the
name
value of the name
here
here
with the show. You
with
can
the show.
also
You can
change
also
so many
change
values
so
here.
many values here.
For changing the
For
value, you
changing the
don't have
value,
to
you
declare
don't have to
again the
declare
data
again
type.
the data
So
type.
let's
So
suppose
let's
I want to
suppose I
change the
want to
age
change
from
the age from
age equal
age
to
equal to
11.
11.
I have
I have
so
so
here
here
I don't have
I
to
don't have to
add the int
add
again.
the int again.
You can simply
You
write
can
the
simply
name
write
of the
the
variable
name of the
and
variable
the value which you
and the
want
value
to
which you
assign
want to
again.
assign again.
So as you
So
can see here, I
as you
have
can
done
see
the
here,
same
I have
thing
done
here.
the same thing
I've just
here.
simply
I've
changed
just
the
simply
name from
changed the name
Sanoj to
from
Shoaib
Sanoj to Shoaib
and printed again,
and
and it will
printed again,
print
and
the
it will
Shoaib.
print the Shoaib.
But
But
when I
when
want
I
to
want to
put
put
change the value
change
of
the
name
value of name
as an integer,
as an integer,
basically it was a string
basically it
here.
was a string here.
But as
But
I started,
as I
I
started, I
declared the name equal
declared
to
the name equal
72.
to 72.
It says
It
me a
says
value of
me a
type
value of
int
type int
can't be assigned to a
can't be
variable
assigned
of
to a
type
variable of
string.
type
So
string.
basically
So
a value
basically a
of integer.
value of integer,
72 is a
72 is a
integer value,
integer value,
and we can't
and we
assign
can't
integer
assign
value
integer
to
value
a string
to
value.
a string value.
So var
So var
takes the
takes
first
the first
data type
data
which
type
has been
which has
provided
been provided
here
here
as its
as its
default data type.
default data type.
Okay, so
Okay,
var
so
just takes
var
the
just takes the
default data type,
default data type,
the first
the
data
first
type as a
data
default
type as a
data
default
type
data
of
type of
the
the
provided variable.
provided variable.
So here the
So
default
here the
data type
default
should be the
data type
string,
should be the
and
string,
we are
and we
trying
are
to
trying to
assign integer
assign
value,
integer value,
assign integer
assign
value
integer value
inside string.
inside string.
That's why it's showing
That's why it's
us
showing
an
us
error.
an error.
So just
So just
comment this line
comment
again.
this line again.
So there are
So
two
there are
things
two
to know
things
in the
to know
var.
in the var.
Basically,
Basically,
using var keyword,
using var keyword,
we can change
we
the
can
value
change the value
of the data type,
of the data type,
not the value. We
not
can
the
change.
value. We can
Yes,
change
we can change
yes,
the
we
value,
can change the
but we
value,
can't
but
change
we
the
can't change the
data type
data type
of the variable.
of the variable.
After that, we have
After
a
that, we have a
again we have a dynamic
again we have a
the other
dynamic
value
the
which
other
we are
value which
other
we are
variable
other
other
variable
keyword which
other
basically
keyword
we are
which
talking
basically
about
we
is
are talking
dynamic.
about is dynamic,
And
and
two things
two
to consider
things
here
to
as a
consider
dynamic.
here as a dynamic.
Dynamic can change
Dynamic
the
can
type
change
of
the
the variable.
type of the variable.
You can change the
You can
type,
change the type,
which is not
which is not
possible here in the
possible here
var
in the
keyword.
var keyword.
So in the
So
dynamic, you
in the
can change the
dynamic, you can
type of
change
the
the
variable
type
and
of the
change the
variable
value
and
of the
change the
variable,
value
which
of
is
the variable,
also
which is
possible in
also possible
here.
in
So
here. So
the new thing
the
here is
new thing here is
you can change
you
the
can
type of the
change the
variable.
type of the variable.
So for the first
So for the first
here I have put
here
it
I
the
have
dynamic
put it the
keyword
dynamic keyword
on the place
on
of
the place of
data type.
data type.
After we have the name
After
of
we have the name
data
of data
data type or
data type or
variable,
variable,
basically name of
basically
variable,
name
not the
of
data
variable,
type.
not the data type.
Name of the data type
Name of the
equal
data
to,
type equal
and the
to,
value
and the value
we
which
will be
we will
assigning
be
inside this.
assigning inside
So
this.
number of
So number
kitten
of
for the
kitten
first
for
time
the
there is
first
no
time
kitten
there
in
is
the
no
house.
kitten in the house.
So
So
this has a value of
this
there
has a
is no
value of
kitten.
there is no kitten.
After a
After a
period of time,
period of time,
we have three
we have
kittens
three
in the
kittens
home.
in the home.
So we have changed
So we
the
have changed
value
the value
number of
number of
kittens equal to
kittens
3.
equal to
So you
3.
can see
So you
here
can see
first
here
it was
first
a
it
string,
was a string, After that, we have
After that,
assigned
we
a
have assigned a
integer value,
integer value,
but it is not
but
showing
it
an
is
error
not
because
showing
it
an
is a
error because
dynamic
it is
keyword.
a dynamic keyword.
So in the dynamic,
So
you
in
can
the dynamic, you
change
can change
the data type
the
of
data type of
will
will
variable. It
variable.
will not consider
It
the
will not
default data
consider the
type as
default
its
data type as
final
its
data type,
final data type.
and you can print
And you
here
can print
everything
here everything
to cross verify
to cross
is it
verify
is going
is it is
to
going
assign or
to
not.
assign or not.
After that,
After that,
there is
there
one
is
more thing
one
to
more
know
thing
about
to
war.
know about war.
You can
You can
make war
make
keyword
war
to
keyword
behave
to
as
behave
dynamic.
as dynamic.
See how we can
See how
use
we
var as a
can use
dynamic.
var
I
as a
have written
dynamic.
here
I have written here
var keyword as a
var
dynamic.
keyword as a dynamic.
So
So
here what we have
here
done,
what
we
we have
have
done, we have
write var
write var
and then just
and then
name of the
just name of
variable,
the
but we have not
variable, but
assigned
we
the
have not assigned the
value here. You can see
value
here
here.
we
You
have
can
put
see
the
here we
equal
have
to
put
and the
the
value,
equal to and the
but
value,
here we have
but
not
here we
assigned the
have
value
not
here
assigned the value here
on the first
on the
first
creating first
initialization.
initialization.
We have not
We
assigned the
have
value.
not
We have
assigned the
just
value. We have just
initialize the
initialize the
variable.
variable.
So after
So
this,
after
we
this,
have
we have
assigned a value
assigned a value
inside our var
inside
keyword.
our var keyword.
This is
This
string
is
here,
string
but
here,
int in the
but
next
int
line.
in the next line.
And we have again
And we
printed
have
the
again
same.
printed the
And
same.
you can see here,
And you can see
I
here,
have put it
I have put
integer inside
integer
the
inside the
var keyword.
var
So
keyword.
how this is
So
possible?
how this
This
is
is
possible?
possible only
This is
in case
possible only
when
in
you
case
don't
when you
initialize the
don't
value,
initialize the value,
don't assign the
don't
value on the
assign the value on the
initialization.
initialization.
Here we have
Here we have
assigned the value
assigned the value
while
while
initializing it,
initializing it,
but here we don't
but
have
here we don't
assigned the
have
value on the
assigned the value on the
initialization.
initialization.
So it
So
behaves
it
as a
behaves
dynamic.
as a
It just
dynamic.
forgets
It
the
just forgets
var
the
keyword.
var
It
keyword.
behaves as a
It behaves
dynamic,
as a dynamic.
and you can see
And
here
you can see
as the
here
dynamic
as the
works.
dynamic
You
works.
can
You
write
can
change
write
the data
change the
type
data type
and value
and
both.
value both.
So this is all
So
about the
this is
var
all
and
about the
dynamic
var
keyword.
and dynamic keyword.
You can
You can
use this
use this
if you don't know
if you
the
don't know
data
the
type of your
data
variable
type of your variable
and can execute
and
your
can
code.
execute your code.
Okay, so this is
Okay,
all
so
about
this
the
is
var
all
and
about the var
dynamic.
and dynamic.
If there is any
If there
question,
is any
you
question,
can ask.
you can ask.
Now it will
Now
that.
it will that.
Again, we have void main.
Again, we have void main.
Inside void main, we have a first
Inside
line.
void main, we have a
Enter your
first
name.
line. Enter your
And let's
name.
suppose I want
And
some.
let's suppose I want some.
I have not written the
I have not written the
previous code, so I simply
previous
run it
code,
for
so
you.
I simply run it for
You
you.
can
You can
do this one. Yes.
do this one. Yes.
So at here you can
So
see some
at
image.
here you
After
can
that,
see
it
some
has
image.
been
After
changed to
that,
show.
it has been changed to show.
We have dynamic number of kitten
We
which
have
we
dynamic
have
number
printed
of
here.
kitten
There
which
is no
we have
kitten.
printed here. There is no
After that, we
kitten.
have assigned three,
After
and
that, we
we
have
have again
assigned
printed.
three,
So
and
it
we
has
have
printed
again
three.
printed. So it has printed three.
We have a var. Var
We
as a
have a var.
dynamic keyword.
Var as a dynamic
This is
keyword.
a string here,
This
but
is a string here,
int
but
in the next line, which is
int in the next line, which is
printed
printed
here.
here.
And in the next execution, we
And
have
in the next
assigned it
execution, we
value
have
of integer,
assigned it value
and
of
it has
integer,
been printed
and it
at
has
the
been printed
last line.
at the
Okay.
last line. Okay.
You can also use this
You can
thing
also
to
use
execute
this
the code,
thing to execute the code,
but this is not recommended
but this is not
because it
recommended
fails in
because it
certain
fails in
conditions.
certain conditions.
If you use it in the input,
If you use it in
this
the
will
input,
stuck
this
and
will stuck
don't run.
and
So I don't
don't
recommend to
run.
use this.
So I don't recommend to use
Either
this.
you just go in the
Either you
terminal of
just
CMD
go in the
section
terminal
and
of
just
CMD
simply
section
and just
name your
simply
file
name your
dart
file
name of your file with
dart name
extension.
of your file
Okay.
with extension. Okay. In the input section,
In the input section,
we have
we have
first line we have printed, enter
first
your
line we
name.
have printed,
After
enter
that, we
your
have a
name.
string,
After that, we have a string,
which is a name,
which is a name,
and we have used
and
this
we have
thing,
used
which
this
is
thing,
std
which is
dot
std
in std in
dot in
dot read line
std
sync.
in dot read line
This
sync.
thing is
This
a
thing
function, or
is
you
a
can
function, or you
just
can just
you can just
you can just
remember this for now.
remember this for now.
Std in dot read
Std
line
in
sync.
dot read line
This is a
sync.
uh,
This is a
package. This is
uh,
a this
package. This
has
is
been
a
imported
this
using the
has been imported
data
using the
IO.
data.io.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is a part of a data
So
IO
this is a
library
part of a data.io library
or data IO package basically.
or data.io package basically.
This is a package
This is a
which
package
has so many
which
functionalities.
has so many
You can
functionalities.
check this out
You
using
can check this out using
on your Google.
on your
You can
Google.
write data IO in
You can write
Dart,
data.io
and
in
it will
Dart,
show
and
you
it
all
will
the things which
show you all the things which
is inside the data IO.
is inside the
So
data.io.
firstly we have written
So
the
firstly we
enter
have
your
written
name.
the
After it we
enter
have
your name.
written.
After it we have written.
We have basically assigned the name
We have
value,
basically assigned the name
which is a
value,
type of string,
which is a type of
using
string,
this
using this
method on the std.
method on the std.
Just
Just
forget about this line. Just
forget
remember
about this
this
line.
line as
Just
a
remember this line as a
line only.
line only.
Don't put your
Don't
brain on this for
put
now.
your brain on this for now.
You will get
You
a
will
very
get
clear idea
a very clear
in
idea
the
in the
after some classes basically.
after some classes basically.
So this keyword you can see
So
here.
this
We have
keyword you
also
can see
used.
here.
If I
We have
remove this,
also used. If I remove this,
this will show an
this will
error.
show an
Basically,
error.
you can see here string
Basically,
and
you can
question
see
mark
here
has
string
been
and
written here.
question mark
But
has been
here we
written
have
here.
only string.
But here we have only
So
string.
question mark is
So
a
question mark is a
symbol. Of course, it
symbol.
is a symbol, but we
Of
use it
course, it is a symbol, but
to
we use
make
it
the
to
thing.
make the thing.
It can be a string
It
value,
can be a
or
string
it can be a
value,
null value.
or it can be a null
It
value.
can be a string value,
It
or it
can be a
can be a
string
null
value,
value.
or it can be a null value.
Suppose we some data is coming
Suppose
from
we
a
some
server.
data is coming from a server.
We have run the server.
We have run the server.
It has successfully
It has
run and have
successfully
taken the
run
data
and have taken the data
string from a server.
string
In the
from a
next
server.
case, we
In the
have run the
next case,
server, but
we
there
have
is
run
an
the server,
issue with
but
our
there is
network,
an issue
and
with
it
our
has
network,
been not
and it
fetch
has
the data
been not
correctly.
fetch the data
In
correctly.
the error case,
In the error
it will
case,
be
it will be
assigned as a null value.
assigned as a null value.
So null is a simple
So
thing which
null is a
have
simple
no
thing which
value.
have
Okay,
no value.
null
Okay,
is you can see
null
it
is
as
you
no
can see
value.
it as no value.
Yes, and you can also
Yes, and you
say
can
this
also
null as a
say this
nothing.
null as a
So
nothing.
this can have a value
So
of a
this
string, or
can has a
it can
value
have
of
a
a
value
string
of
or it
nothing.
can has a value of
Okay,
nothing.
that's why
Okay,
we use string.
that's why we
So
use string.
what this line is
So
saying,
what this
you
line
can
is
see here in
saying,
the
you can see here in the
problem statement line,
problem
a
statement
value
line,
of
a
string
value of
question mark.
string
Either
question
it
mark.
can be a string or
Either
nothing.
it can be a string
So
or
string or
nothing.
nothing value
So string
can't
or
be
nothing
assigned to a
value
variable
can't be
of
assigned
type
to a
which is
variable
strictly
of
a
type
string.
which is strictly a string.
This value
This value
will be a strictly
will
string,
be a strictly
but we
string,
are going to
but we are
assign
going
a
to
value of
assign a value of
partially string. It can be a string or
partially
it
string.
can be
It
an
can be a
integer.
string or it can
So
be an
that's
integer.
why it's showing us an
So that's
error.
why it's showing us an
But
error.
we are
But
seeing this.
we are
We can
seeing
put
this.
here a
We can put here a
exclamation mark, which simply
exclamation mark,
says
which simply says
that we
that
assure you
we
that this
assure you
value can't be null.
that this value can't
Basically,
be
I
null.
know this value will be
Basically, I know this
never
value
be a
will be
null. It
never
can
be
be
a
an
null.
empty
It
string,
can be
but
an
it can't be
empty
a null
string,
value.
but it can't be a null value.
So that's why I have put it the
So that's why I have put it the
exclamation mark.
exclamation mark.
Also, I can use another
Also,
value,
I can use another
which is
value,
the question mark
which is
here.
a question mark here.
Just go to the std
Just
in
go to the
and
std in and
you can see here in the quick
you
fix
can see here in
section,
the quick fix
we can
section,
make
we can make
name as a nullable,
name as a
which is
nullable,
putting here a
which is
question mark. So now
putting here a question mark. So
it is
now
also question mark
it is
and it is
also
also
question mark
question mark.
and it is also question
But
mark.
we don't use this.
But we
Basically, we
don't
know
use this.
the read
Basically,
line
we
sync
know the
will
read
never
line sync will
give us a
never
value of null.
give us a
So we
value of
know
null.
that this
So
value
we
can't be a
know
null.
that this
That's why we
value
have
can't be a
used the
null. That's why we
exclamation.
have used the
Exclamation mark
exclamation.
simply refers that this
Exclamation mark
value
simply refers that
will
this
never be
value
a null.
will never be a null.
Okay.
Okay.
Yesterday in class allows the user
Yesterday
to
in
read
class
the
allows the user
data
to read
from the
the data from the
standard input in both
standard
synchronous
input
and in
in both
asynchronous.
synchronous and
You
in
can simply
asynchronous. You can simply
can
can
think that
think
using
that
this read line sync
using
package,
this read line
we
sync
can
package,
get
we
outputs
can get
which
outputs
we have
which
written here
we have
in the
written here
terminal section.
in the terminal
Okay.
section.
So now let's
So now let's
just run
just run
the lines,
the lines,
just two lines, the
just
print and
two
the string.
lines, the print and the string.
So Dart,
Start.
let's first move to the
Let's
basic
first move to the
file.
basic file.
After that we have Dart
After that
inputs
we have
dot Dart.
Dart inputs dot
Enter
Dart.
your name and you can see
Enter
here
your
we
name
have
and you can see
here
here we have
a
here
line
a
which
line
is going to be read
which is going to be
with
read
the std
with the std
in.
in.
This line here is
This line here
observed by
is
this
observed by
function.
this
So I
function.
can
So
write here
I
anything.
can
And
write
this
here
is a
anything.
part of our code
And this is
basically.
a
This is
part
not
of
the
our
part
code
of
basically. This is not the
bash.
part of
This is the
bash.
part of our code.
This is the
And
part of
after
our code.
hitting enter,
And
it
after
will
hitting
exit
enter,
the code.
it will exit the code.
And why it has provided
And
two
why it
lines
has
here?
provided two
Due to
lines here?
this.
Due to
This is the
this.
next line.
This is the next
Prints
line.
in new line.
Prints in new
So
line.
this will
So this
leave a
will
line. After that, it
leave a
will
line.
also leave a
After
line.
that, it will also leave a line.
Single line.
Single line.
And after it will exit the
And
code.
after it will exit the code.
So now just uncomment the
So now just
lines which we
uncomment
have
the
commented earlier.
lines which we have commented earlier.
And here you can see I have
And
used the
here you
print
can see
statement.
I have used the
Hello.
print statement.
Name dot
Hello.
to upper class.
Name dot to
Name is
upper
a
class.
string value
Name
and
is a
string
string
has so
value
many
and string has so many
functions.
functions.
Using the dot notation on a
Using
string,
the
you can
dot
see
notation on a string,
you
you
have
can see
so many
you have so many
functions. Methods you can see
functions.
here. There are
Methods you
so
can
many
see here.
methods.
There are so many methods.
Is empty.
Is
If the
empty.
name is
If
empty,
the
then it will
name is empty, then it will
provide us a boolean value.
provide us a
True if
boolean
it
value.
is empty,
True if it
false
is
if it is
empty,
not
false
empty.
if it is not
Same with
empty.
the empty. Is
Same
it
with the
empty?
empty.
Then it
Is
will
it empty?
return
Then
us
it
true
will
value.
return
If it
us
is
true
not
value.
empty, then
If
it
it
will
is
return
not empty,
false.
then it will
Dot
return false.
length
Dot
will provide the
length
length of the
will
whole
provide
string.
the
As
length
you
of
can
the
see here
whole
in the
string.
example,
As you can see here
dart
in the
dot
example,
length,
dart
which
dot length,
provides us 4.
which provides
Dart
us
dot
4.
runes
dot dot
runes
dot dot
length, and it is also again
length, and
giving
it is
us
also again giving
so
us
we can use length
so
property
we can
for
use length
length,
property for
and
length,
there are so many
and there
properties
are so
or
many
also
properties
runtime
also
types. These are the
runtime type.
property. You can see
These
here
are the
the
property. You can see here
spanner
the
icon,
spanner icon,
Tabiwala icon here.
Tabiwala icon here.
These are the property.
These are the property.
Range also we call
Range
this
also
spanner
we
or
call
range.
this spanner or range.
So these are the properties of
So
the
these are the properties of the
string class.
string class.
After we have
After we have
methods,
methods,
all matches
all matches
compared to contains and
compared
with
to contains and with
last index of
last index of
matches prefix,
matches
and
prefix,
there are so many things which we
and
can
there
see
are
here.
so many
We
things
have
which you
also
can see
two
here. We
lowercase
have also two lowercase
to uppercase.
to
All the string
uppercase.
will be converted to
All the string will
uppercase,
be
lowercase.
converted to uppercase,
Trim simply
lowercase.
removes the
Trim
spaces
simply removes the
from end
spaces from
and
end
the beginning of the
and the
line.
beginning of the line.
So for now we are going to
So
use
for
two
now we are
uppercase,
going to
and
use two
after it we have
uppercase,
printed the
and
welcome.
after it we have printed the
So you can
welcome.
see here we have used the
So you can see
dollar
here we
symbol.
have used the
Basically
dollar
dollar
symbol.
symbol we use
Basically dollar symbol we use
to tell the code that
to
the
tell the
thing which
code
have
that the
written here
thing which
name
have
is
written here
not the
name
part of the
is
string.
not the part of the
It is
string.
the part.
It is the
It is a
part.
value or it
It
is
is
a
a
variable
value or it
which
is
has
a
been
variable
declared in our
which has
code
been declared in
containedly
our
at the
code
above.
containedly at the above.
Okay, so the name is a
Okay, so the name is
variable
a
which has been
variable
declared
which has been
above.
declared above.
For this we use the
For this
dollar
we
symbol
use
here,
the dollar
and
symbol
after the
here.
dollar
And
we
after the
have
dollar
used
we
curly
have
braces.
used
Curly
curly
braces we
braces.
have used because
Curly
we
braces
have
we
two
have used
values
because
here,
we have two
name
values here,
and dot to upper
name
class.
and dot to upper
So we
class.
have two strings
So we have two
which
strings
we want to
which we
treat it
want
as
to
a
treat it as
signal.
a
That's why
signal.
we have used
That's why
curly
we have
braces.
used curly
To treat
braces.
them as a
To
single,
treat
we
them
want
as a
we use
single,
curly braces.
we use
If we
curly
just
braces.
want to
If
write
we
the
just
name
want
and we
to
don't
write the
want to
name
write as a
and we don't
uppercase,
want to write as a
we can use
uppercase,
simply
we can
dollar
use
and a
simply
name.
dollar and a
But
name.
if we want to
But if
write
we
any
want
certain
to write
method
any
or any
certain
call any
method
certain
or
method
any
on a
call any
string,
certain
we
method on
have
a
to just
string, we have to
use
just
curly
use
braces.
curly braces.
Then inside curly braces, we
Then
can
inside
put
curly braces,
anything.
we can put anything.
Okay.
Okay.
So just
So
run the code
just run the
till
code
this line.
till this line.
Enter your name,
Enter your name,
dev, hello dev,
dev,
welcome.
hello dev, welcome.
Okay.
Okay.
You can simply run
You
clear.
can simply run
It will
clear.
just shifts the
It will just
terminal
shift
above.
the
You can,
terminal above.
if you
You
scroll,
can, if you scroll,
okay, it will clear the console.
okay, it will
Just
clear the console. Just
so let's comment and comment
so
again
let's
the
comment
next
and comment
lines.
again the next lines.
So as you have
So
seen
as
here,
you
the
have
DAF
seen
has
here, the
been
DAF has been
converted to uppercase. This is
converted to
because the
uppercase. This is
word to
because the
uppercase. You can see here
word to
alphabet to
uppercase. You can
uppercase
see here
been converted
alphabet to
to
uppercase been
capital
converted
A, L,
to capital
capital
A,
all
L,
capitals.
capital all
ABC
capitals.
to low uppercase.
ABC to
It has
low
been already
uppercase.
uppercase, so
It
there
has been
will be
already
no
uppercase,
changes
so
here.
there will be no
Okay.
changes here.
So this is
Okay.
the simple idea about the
So this is the
uppercase. This is
simple
a
idea about the
pre-built
uppercase. This is a pre-built
method
method
for our string
for
data
our
type
string
or
data
string
type
class.
or string class.
Do you have any
Do you have any
questions till now? Questions till now?
Yes, sir.